Hello! Friday evening from a gorgeous West Cork. Look at that for a view. I mean, it was torrential rain 7 minutes ago and I'll give you an update in 3. We just clocked off work. It's about quarter to 5. And I'm just going over to put on my work gear and we're gonna pick up where we left off, which I'll show you in a minute. Friday night, Clare is going to wander off to get us some food from a local town. Probably going to be pizza, might be Chinese. We normally do some sort of a takeaway for the kids on the weekend. What that means is she's actually going to take a break from the grinding while she's driving into town. So I am going to steal the angle grinder. When the window guy came out, he told us all of these should be removed, and he also suggested we drop the level 30 to 50 millimeters just to make the door that bit more flush. I'm actually going to remove this board completely. I knew I had to grind these fellas off. She's gonna remove the whole lot and just allow him to set it to the perfect height. So point is, Claire's gone. I'm gonna borrow the angle grinder while she's not doing the sliding doors. And I reckon that might be the first job I'm going to work on today, so I'll try on time lapse for that. I'll get my gear and get cracking. Okay, a range of issues with a blunt saw blade. Replace that, another blunt saw blade. Dead battery, replace that. Dead battery, replace that. Too low power on the battery, replace that. So I have them all charging. I'm just going to wait till they're charged to try that door again. In the meantime, I'm gonna fit the sill on the window in our bedroom. Can't get out that piece of wood either without cutting it. Maybe I'll do the lintel. I need 2 more lintels up there. Okie dokie.
Good morning. It's a Saturday morning. It actually looks beautiful. Blue sky, although this is a little deceptive because we are having rain showers that are so heavy. It's crazy. The torrential when it rains. Doesn't seem to be any such thing as just little showers anymore. When it rains, it's torrential. Just wanted to show you something that I've been looking at for the last few days or weeks. We seem to have an awful lot of mushrooms growing and I absolutely love mushrooms. Sorry, God, it's only when you look in the camera you see the state of your hair. I mean, I could forego a steak for a mushroom, put it that way. So we have mushrooms. I'm just going to show you. We've done a little bit of research on some of them because we have so many that it just seems crazy if they're edible not to use them, because I am very much going to be into growing our own food and foraging and that I just really enjoy that. I'll just show you. This is what we've been coming across, all of these here just growing out of the wall, you could say. Now unfortunately they have sort of gone past it a small bit. You can see they're not the best looking ones. See if we can find some other small ones. I picked one yesterday and cooked it and it was gorgeous. This one is better, if you can see it, although a little bit attacked by something. Here's a few more. Yeah, maybe a little bit gone past it. When I've been looking for them, I've been looking for them to be white underneath. I think this one, these two, pretty white underneath. Even these are maybe gone a bit past it, but we'll put them in. And there's another one here. No, that's not the best. They grow up out of these Anyway, these are called honey mushrooms. Oh look, here's a nice one. So this is what I mean by the white underneath. And you know that it's a honey mushroom because they actually have these tiny little hairs on the top, honey coloured, this little band underneath, and when you do a spore print, they are white spores. I'll show you, I did one last night. There's another one. We'll pick a few of them and we'll cook them up later. Of course, I'm the only one here that eats these. I'm the only one that eats the flipping mushrooms in general, so I do quite well out of this. Here, they're kind of tucked in. Unfortunately, when you read up about them, they are actually living off a dead trees, and they're actually very bad for trees because they weaken the roots. So it could be a dead tree. Now we have actually got a dead ash in the centre, that really big one. The tree surgeon has been down. He's going to take it down for us, but he hasn't come yet to do that. Yeah, so just picking a few more here. Generally, if they're just white underneath, I think if they're anyway yellow or yellowy, I'm leaving them. Yeah, so I actually brought the knife because I was going to cut them off at the stem. Oh, here's my mushroom helper, who really just trods on them. He's not very good at picking them. Just trods all over them. Yeah, so there's a few there. I'll just show you how you know. Sorry, I'm foraging mode. How you know for certain then they can be mixed up with another mushroom. I can't think. I did learn the name of it, which is very similar and it's poisonous, but the way you know whether this is a honey mushroom is when you take a spore print, and I'll show you how I did that. It'll be white, whereas on this other mushroom, gosh, I'll have to remember what that one is called. So this was where I took one yesterday. So this is the one I took. It's shriveled up now, and I placed it there and I put a cup over it for the night, and you can see then the spore print. It's quite beautiful. This was just where I placed it after I took the spore print, and it's amazing, even more spores came there, and it didn't even have, well, I think we may have had a glass on top of it, but it helps if you've got a glass on top. And then even if you just put a drop of water on the mushroom, it likes the moisture and it creates this print, which is quite amazing. So that's today's mushrooms. I'm going to use the knife and just cut off the stems, and I'll show you afterwards then my bowl of mushrooms that I've left. So there, I've just taken all the stems off, the yucky bits, and any bugs that might be underneath the cap, and I've just left them in a bowl here. I'll wash them, and then we don't have a cooker at the moment, but I use the air fryer for everything, so I'm going to put them in the air fryer and cook them. I cooked one in the air fryer yesterday just to test it, and I wrapped it in tin foil, so it was a little bit mushy, but I think this time I will leave it open, so maybe they might crisp up a little bit. That's the plan anyway. I'll do that later and I'll show you the result of that. Back to this lovely morning. It looks just beautiful, but it's very showery, so you never quite know when you're going to get soaked. Today we are trying to get one of the last of the big external jobs done, which is this roof, this corrugated roof. So Rob is trying to set up some kind of a slide here that we can slide the panels up and secure them then I'll climb up and secure them. So that's the plan. So I'll put you on a time lapse and you can see how we go.
So just waiting for our son to have his breakfast and get dressed and do teenager things. So we need his help to lift the heavy sheets. So while we're waiting, I'll just show you what I did. I have some leftover 8x2s in 8-meter lengths. So this is about the length of the roof. I think this is maybe 8.5 meters, but our roof is 7.9 meters, so it's roughly, we can get it here. So I reckon myself, my son and Claire we can lift it and we can place it about here, which is about a quarter of the way. I think Claire and Ashton can go on either side. I'll stand at the back and I will push it forward. What's up, Rooney? I'll push it forward and they can walk it up, and we're going to get over the middle point, and I'm going to go on one side, Ashton's going to go on the other side. Claire's going to have a stick up there to keep it steady, but myself and Ash are basically going to push it up with our hands to get it over this stop, and it should rest there. Rest there. That's kind of phase one. Phase two comes then when we get these 4-meter lengths of 2x4s. We get one on either side, lining it up with this, and we slowly slide it up. Claire will be on top. She'll help gently to pull it. We're going to move it like 2 inches at a time. The idea being, this is the middle, so this is 4 meters, all right? So if we have it stopped there and we have 4 meters to the top, that means we have 3.9-ish, 3.8 meters overhanging on the other side. So we actually just need to move it about 20 centimeters, 20 to 50 centimeters. With Claire holding it, it should be perfectly balanced, and then it should gently just drop down. That's the idea. So I don't really think we need to push it beyond this point, because it should just drop down. At that point, Claire will stand up there and she'll pull it back. I'll climb up the ladder, I'll push it forward, we'll both get in position, and we rinse and repeat. So it's going to be very slow. It might even look slow in the time lapse, but hopefully we'll get this done. This is the last of the big jobs we got to do before winter, and truthfully I didn't know how we were gonna tackle this problem, so I didn't sleep much last night. I was awake till about 2. Ashton came in off the PlayStation. about 3, he hurt his leg, he got a cramp or something. At 3:30, so I was talking to him, and then at 4:30, 5, I just gave up. I wasn't going to sleep. But basically I was thinking for the whole night how I do this. Would I have to remove the rocks? Would I have to get scaffolding in there? Would I use a ladder? Would I use a slope? Would I use rope? Would we use, I have an electric winch. Like, what would be the best way to do it? For the time being, this is what I came up with. It's not the easiest, but it's the simplest. So we're just gonna try it, see if it works. And see how it goes. roofing job up there. I don't know if you're able to see that actually, but it went on perfectly straight, and we were very good to not have much an overhang there. I had to trim a very short piece to add. We're about 40 centimeters short. That'll tell you the angle of the actual building, so I'll have to go up there once I have the cladding on and just trim that right off. And from the front, hey Ru, there's a little bit likewise of an overhang at an angle, so again I'll go up and I'll trim that. Not as big an angle as the back, so you can see the trapezium shape we got. When I was cutting in the back, I also cut the final piece for our bedroom, and we're just going to pop up and do that right now. I'll try out time lapse.